So, happy Saturday morning, uh, May 17th, I think. It's a beautiful kind of hazy morning here in Las Vegas. My last full day here. Thank God. Jesus Christ. Anyway, as I do most Saturdays, I got up and went for a little walk this morning, and I'm just reading some news, and it turns out Grandpa Touchy, Fat Nixon, Pervert Hoover, went on an absolute bender this morning on Truth Social, and posted a few things in stages that initially I found very confusing, but, because he weaves, he tied it all together. Yeah. He tweeted the following: whoever had control of the auto pen is looking to be a bigger and bigger scandal by the moment. It is a major part of the real crime. Oh, here we go, all caps, that the presidential election of 2020 was rigged and stolen. Millions and millions of people knew that, but the radical left Democrats waged a campaign of inoculation and innocence like none that had ever been waged before. This next section, the entire section, is in all caps. This is why the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs, the January 6th committee, who were given a full and complete pardon by the person who wielded the now illegally used auto pen. There we go. He tied it there. Okay. Deleted and destroyed all evidence and information from their corrupt and vicious witch hunt against me and many other people whose lives were completely shattered and destroyed by this historically criminal event. And TikTok, I'm reading a Truth Social post from the President of the United States before you give me a CGV and a strike against my account for disinformation. These are the words of the President of the United States. He concludes with, remember, it all began with a dirty cop, James Comey, Obama, a hapless and cognitively impaired sleepy Joe Biden, and my now very famous accusation, they spied on my campaign. And various sections of this are in all caps as well. Whoever had control of the auto pen is just the beginning. The biggest crime of all was that the 2020, I won the election by millions of votes, and everyone knows it. God bless America, for the fight has just begun. Him losing to Joe Biden in the 2020 election, which he did lose to Joe Biden in the 2020 election, it caused him to experience what was for him just like a psychic injury, a psychological wound that he was not even remotely able to tolerate in any way, shape, or form. He could not sustain coexisting with that truth. Joe Biden, who barely campaigned, and who campaigned from his basement or whatever, and they had a couple of rallies at like drive-ins with Biden and Obama, and Democrats attended and stayed in their cars because of COVID. He has never, ever, ever been able to accept just the simple fact that he lost. He lost. And our electorate in this country, being as dumb and gullible and selfish as they are, and racist and misogynistic, was like, yeah, let's do that again. Let's give this guy a second shot. 6 months after he was convicted of 34 felonies. uh, and the list goes on. I mean, you know, one of the things about being in Las Vegas for a couple of days and walking around, walking up and down Fremont Street, and, you know, casinos and restaurants and all of the things that Las Vegas has to offer. I've been afforded an opportunity to interact with people who I normally don't have the opportunity to interact with, being in the Bay Area, which I fully acknowledge is a very insulated bubble of, you know, people who agree with me on pretty much everything. And seeing and mingling amongst, you know, real America and real Americans here in Las Vegas. It's been a bit of a ride, I gotta tell you. And, you know, like, I mean, I haven't seen anybody like wearing a MAGA hat yet or anything like that. I saw a guy wearing a Trump t-shirt who looked exactly like you would envision, you know, a white guy in Las Vegas wearing a Trump t-shirt would look like. And you know, it's been fun. I've had fun here. I'm having fun hanging out with my friends here. But I'm not leaving Las Vegas with a good feeling about the United States of America. I'll tell you that. It's, you know, and regardless of all of the jokes that I could make about what it's like to walk up and down Fremont Street at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. And just, you know, I mean, it is just a parade of shame and regret. Oh, man, oh, man. Oh, wow. It's just like, what the fuck, man? It just makes me feel like as a nation, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? So, anyway, I'm going to go play golf today with Legal Dad and Barrister. Legal Dad taught me how to play blackjack last night. That was fun. That was super fun. And yeah, and then we'll see what other adventures the day holds. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Please stay safe and please do what you can to take care of your mental health. Have a good weekend, everybody.